Have you ever looked at a fabric sample book and wondered what those pictures and numbers and symbols are on the back of each sample? Let's take a look and I'll try to demystify the fabric sample book for you. You can find fabric sample books in any upholstery shop, designer showroom, and some craft stores. The first thing you'll notice is that they're color-coded. It's common to find the same patterns represented across several different books in different colorways. For instance, this particular book is aquamarine and peridot colors, and there's another one that has amethyst and lavender, and there's actually 5 in the series. Here's an example of 2 different colorways of the same pattern in this book. This is the aquamarine colorway, and this is the peridot colorway of that same pattern. You'll notice on the backs of some of these pages, up in the left-hand corner, there's a little picture of the pattern, and that's just to show you what the full pattern repeat looks like. And as you flip to the back of the book, sometimes they'll give you color pictures of selected patterns in the book so you can get a feel for what they look like across the full width of the fabric. If pricing is included in the book, the very back panel is usually where you'll find the price list. Another kind of sample that you might run into are memo samples, which are just a single piece of fabric with a label on it. The size of memo samples varies greatly. For instance, this memo sample is 25 by 25 inches, large enough to show most of the pattern, which has a 27-inch vertical and 27-inch horizontal repeat. But most memo samples are more in the range of 8 to 12 inches. Some craft stores have racks of memo samples on hangers that you can look through, and if you find one or two that you like, you can check them out and take them home. This is nice because it's really helpful to be able to see a fabric and the lighting where it's going to go before you buy it. Upholstery shops may also let you check out the books. Now that you know the basics, let's take a look at some of these labels. The label on this memo sample identifies Thomas Paul as the designer. It also identifies the pattern, the color, the width of the fabric, which is not always 54 inches, although it's usually at least 54 inches, the vertical and horizontal repeats, and the fiber content of the fabric. Here you can see that little picture in the upper left corner that shows what the pattern looks like across the full width of the fabric. And this one has both a color number and name and a pattern number and name. The width is 55.5 inches. It's a rayon polyester blend, and it has a fairly small repeat, vertical 4.5, horizontal 4 5/8. There's a cleaning code and country of origin and flammability. This one says it passes California 117, which can mean it's treated with a flame retardant, but not necessarily. I've heard of organic cotton fibers passing this flame test, so it's best not to jump to conclusions. The abrasion rating is the measure of the durability of a fabric. For upholstery fabrics, it ranges between about 9,000 and I've seen it as high as 300,000 double rubs. If you want to learn more about the Wysenbeek Method and how they measure for this rating, check out the link below this video. Here they tell you what the finish is, or the treatment that they put on the fabric, and the alternative treatments that are available that usually cost extra. They don't always include this, but it's handy when they tell you the other colorways that are available. This particular pattern is available in 4 other colors. Here's an example of a railroaded pattern. Stripes are the most common railroaded pattern, although you'll see it in other patterns as well. You can see here where it says this pattern is railroaded, but a quick way to tell is to just look for these little icons with the sofa. Non-railroaded patterns don't have these. To learn more about railroaded patterns, follow the link below this video. Thanks for watching. If this video has been helpful to you, be sure to share it with your friends, like and subscribe, and you can learn more at naturalupholstery.com.